You thought the wild stories about Justin Bieber had already peaked, until the Miami arrest changed everything. Before we dive in, ask yourself, what happens when a kid from a small town becomes the biggest star on earth before he can even vote? What happens when millions love you and millions more wait for you to fall? This is the rise, fall, and rebirth of Justin Bieber. Justin Drew Bieber was born on March 1st, 1994 in London, Ontario, and raised in Stratford, a small Canadian town. His mother, Patty Millette, was only 18 when she had him. She raised Justin in poverty, often relying on government support and family help. Despite the struggle, she noticed his unusual connection to music from an early age. He would tap rhythms constantly and showed natural musical instincts long before formal training. With little money for lessons, Justin taught himself drums, guitar, piano, and trumpet. His passion was unmatched. At age 12, he competed in a local talent show called Stratford Idol and finished second. Patty uploaded the performance to YouTube, unknowingly changing his life forever. She kept posting videos of Justin singing covers of R&B and pop songs, and slowly, people around the world began to notice. In 2008, fate intervened. Scooter Braun, a music marketing executive, stumbled upon Justin's videos while searching for another artist. Instantly impressed by his voice and charisma, Braun tracked down Patty's contact information. Initially cautious, she was hesitant to trust a stranger from the music industry. However, Braun's persistence convinced her to bring Justin to Atlanta. There, he arranged meetings with major industry figures, including global R&B superstar Usher. After witnessing Justin's talent firsthand, Usher recognized his potential. A bidding war reportedly emerged between Usher and Justin Timberlake, but Justin ultimately signed with Raymond Braun Media Group, a partnership between Braun and Usher, and secured a recording deal with Island Records. He was just 14 years old. In 2009, Justin released his debut single, One Time, which quickly gained popularity. However, nothing could prepare the world for what came next. In 2010, his debut album My World 2.0 featured the hit single Baby, a global sensation that dominated radio and YouTube. The song sparked Bieber Fever, a cultural phenomenon that saw teenage fans screaming uncontrollably at concerts and social media exploding with admiration. Justin became one of the first artists to harness the power of platforms like Twitter, connecting directly with fans known as Beliebers. His fame skyrocketed. By 15, he was performing for presidents. By 16, he sold out Madison Square Garden. His documentary Never Say Never grossed over $73 million worldwide, solidifying his place as a global superstar. Yet beneath the glittering success lay immense pressure. Justin was still a teenager, deprived of a normal adolescence. While his peers attended prom and hung out with friends, he lived on tour buses, performing in different cities each night. Fame came with relentless scrutiny and overwhelming expectations. As he transitioned into adulthood, cracks began to appear. In 2012, he was photographed smoking marijuana, sparking controversy. In 2013, he faced criticism for allegedly spitting on fans from a balcony and arriving late to concerts in London and Portugal. During a visit to the Anne Frank house in Amsterdam, a controversial guestbook comment drew widespread backlash. Then came 2014, the year everything seemed to collapse. In January, Justin was arrested in Miami Beach for driving under the influence, resisting arrest, and driving with an expired license. His mugshot went viral, symbolizing his dramatic fall from grace. The controversies continued. He faced charges for egging a neighbor's house in California, assault allegations in Canada, vandalism accusations in Brazil, and international headlines over his confiscated pet monkey in Germany. Public perception shifted rapidly. Justin became a punchline, criticized as the face of spoiled celebrity excess. Late-night comedians mocked him and former fans turned against him. Behind the headlines, however, Justin was struggling deeply. He later admitted to battling depression, anxiety, and substance abuse. Surrounded by enablers and isolated by fame, he felt profoundly alone. His relationship with his mother became strained, and he struggled with trust. In interviews years later, he described this period as the darkest of his life, revealing that he had contemplated suicide. The pressures of global fame had taken a devastating toll. In 2015, Justin made a life-changing decision to transform his life. He sought therapy, worked with a life coach, and reconnected with his faith. That same year, he released Purpose, an album that marked a turning point in his career, featuring hits like Sorry, Love Yourself, and What Do You Mean? The project showcased emotional maturity and vulnerability. It became both a commercial triumph and a critical success, signaling his redemption and proving that he was more than a fallen teen idol. Despite his resurgence, the journey to healing was not instant. In 2017, Justin canceled canceled the remainder of his Purpose World tour to focus on his mental and spiritual health. He stepped away from the spotlight, prioritizing self-discovery and recovery. This period allowed him to rebuild his life away from the constant glare of fame. In 2018, Justin rekindled his relationship with model Hailey Baldwin. Their romance progressed quickly, leading to an engagement in July and a courthouse marriage in September, followed by a larger ceremony in 2019. Hailey became a steadfast source of support, and together they navigated the challenges of fame, marriage, and mental health. Justin began opening up more candidly about his struggles, offering fans a glimpse into his personal growth. In 2020, he released the YouTube documentary series Seasons, providing an intimate look into his journey. He discussed his past drug use, therapy, and diagnosis with Lyme disease. He also spoke about taking antidepressants and prioritizing his well-being. His honesty resonated with fans, reshaping his public image from troubled star to resilient survivor. His later albums reflected this growth. Changes, 2020, explored themes of love and commitment, while Justice, 2021, addressed faith, redemption, and social issues. The hit single Peaches dominated global charts, proving he could still command the music industry. However, his priorities had shifted. He focused on setting boundaries, protecting his mental health, and surrounding himself with genuine support. In 2022, Justin faced another major challenge when he was diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, a rare neurological disorder that caused partial facial paralysis. He canceled tour dates to focus on recovery, demonstrating resilience and transparency. Around the same time, Hailey experienced a mini stroke caused by a blood clot. These frightening events strengthened their bond and reshaped their perspective on life. Justin Bieber's journey offers profound lessons. Early success can be both a blessing and a burden, and fame without guidance can be overwhelming. His story reminds us that everyone deserves the opportunity to grow and change. It underscores the importance of mental health, particularly in the high-pressure entertainment industry. Above all, it shows that true success is not measured by awards or chart positions, but by personal growth and self-awareness. Today, Justin Bieber's legacy is both complex and inspiring. With over 150 million records sold worldwide, numerous awards, and countless streaming records, his influence on global pop culture is undeniable. Yet his most meaningful contribution may be his openness about mental health and redemption. He represents a generation raised in the digital age, where mistakes are immortalized online, but growth remains possible. As of 2025, Justin Bieber continues to evolve. He balances his career with his health and personal life, explores new creative directions, and focuses on what truly matters. The boy who once sang for spare change on the steps of a theater in Stratford became a global superstar, stumbled under the weight of fame, and rose again stronger and wiser. His story is not just about music or controversy, it is about resilience. The rise was meteoric, the fall was devastating, but the comeback has been authentic, and authenticity in the end is what endures long after the headlines fade. Justin Bieber's journey reminds us that we are all works in progress, capable of redemption and transformation. The fall didn't end him, it remade him.